After hundreds of battles throughout the season, we finally determine a champion tonight. As EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings you the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl. Tonight, it's a battle for one team to join the greatest to ever play the game. Between our AFC champions and the representatives from the NFC. Up in the booth alongside Brock Ewart, I'm Kate Scott, and we are grateful to be up here today because, well, it's been raining pretty heavily all day, and that's certainly going to make it challenging to operate if you're either one of these offenses, Brock.
Yeah, I think that's...
All right, the build-up and hype have gone on long enough. Let's get things going here in Super Bowl 73. Brings in the kick at the 9. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And bringing them out now, a quarterback who really knows how to make something exciting happen.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite at the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. It's a gain of 3 after the loss, but still 3rd and 8 to work with. Back now, pressure on its way. That's caught for the first. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 16 yards on the play. And that gives them the first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. Well, the good part is he did bring that play to a stop. Unfortunately, looks like he got banged up on the tackle. He's in some discomfort out there. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. Dumped off to his running back.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. So here comes this offense as they get set for their opening drive. And they'll be let out by their 3rd-year signal caller.
And he doesn't have the advantage he usually does coming off a bye week. Both these teams came in here well-rested after a Sunday away. Of course, that means an extra week of prep work for this defense, too. So he's got his work cut out for him to find ways to attack them today.
And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Throwing now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 36. Connecting on the slant. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. 1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Here's a give up the middle. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Throwing from the gun. Looking right, and he finds him. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And it can't hurt you with the return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. 2nd and 3 now. Here's a throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Brought in right side. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's completed right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They've got a man in motion. He'll throw it yet again. Finds him on the slant. And he's taken down at the 30. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. They are throwing it again. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing it again here. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. And he adds some yards to the pick before they bring him down. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of them. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
So here comes this offense for its 2nd series of the game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. And all he can get is 1 yard, ran that right into the defensive front. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back-to-back carries here. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Running back sent in motion. To the air, 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Setting up a throw. Looking slant route, complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
Chased out to his right. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. Punt team on the field. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. Another drive coming up for this offense. By this point, partner, they're through that opening script, through trying to establish their offense, and yet still no points. Thinking it might be time to start switching things up a little bit, tear up the old game plan and start fresh.
Well, I promise you that's what's buzzing on the headsets and over on the sidelines and in the huddle. Got to find a way to just get into some sort of rhythm.
It's a gain of 12 there, and that'll give them a first down. Back to throw now. Forced that. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home that side.
Offense to the line for second down. Tight end going in motion here. After the sack, another pass on second down. Finds a man right side. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
So out now comes the punter. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. This offense ready to get going again now. And it's been a very slow start offensively. Let's see if this drive is the one they can break through and put up the game's first points. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. And he's going to fight his way forward to the 23. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Now looking to throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Well, they scrambled back on top of the fumble. They lose a ton, though, and now they've got 4th down coming up.
Yeah, recovering it really only brought you one more play. With how much they lost on that play, well, here come the special teams. And now, well, now they got to be special.
On now comes their punter. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they're going to take over possession. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's held up short of midfield after a small gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. They send the tight end in motion. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Completed over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Caught quickly on the slant. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Here's 2nd and 11. Throwing the out route complete. And they bring him down around the 34. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. He'll throw it. He has the first over the middle. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Complete right side to Myers. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball. Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for... And he carries it in for the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. He fields it from the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far. No,
you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
On 2nd and 9. He's on the move. Now here he goes again. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And it sets up first down. This defensive battle has reached the 2-minute warning. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From midfield now. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be a first down. He's going to throw this one. Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him down right along the 30.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Still sticking with the passing game. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
2nd and 10 now. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down here at the 16. Now ahead of third down. We get a pause here. They're going to call a timeout. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. That's caught for the first. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. They'll try and punch it in. Goes up and over for the touchdown. Kicking team on to try the PAT. Extra point sent in through the rain. And his guys tie this game 7-7. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 38. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Defender smart there to get a hand on that one. And now it's 3rd and short. He'll throw it. Hits his running back. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Here comes the final play of our first half. A final throw before the break. Caught, nice gain left side. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. That's halftime in the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Tate, thanks very much. And what a season this has been, and it is nearing a conclusion. You guys enjoy the show out there. We'll get it back out to you, too, in just a moment. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire.
The story is halfway told.
One big
Let's
play
see what the back half has in store as we get started in the 3rd quarter. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So their offense will have it first to begin quarter number 3. And they could take control in the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Brought in right side. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the 31. He's got a man left. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And a sure-handed play there in the rain. He brings in the fair catch without a problem. No return on that punt. And it'll be their football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Pass play now. Completed to his running back. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll give him a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
A give now from the gun. And this one doesn't go far. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. They give it to him again. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll run it from the gun. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. He's dropping back to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
Throwing now from the gun. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a cornerback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position, and most importantly, swat that pass away.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 34. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
A little touch pass here, try to move the chains. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Biggest difference in the college NFL game, we know this, Kate, it's matchups. Right, that college game, so much more space with the wide hash marks. Not so much in the NFL. You've got to cultivate one-on-ones, cultivate matchups. Using the receiver as a runner, that was a matchup successful for this offense.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
And the struggles continue for him tonight. He's only able to get back to the line. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll throw it. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. Their offense running back out now. They liked how that drive was going, but the ND and the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. Play action on first down. That one's complete, right side. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They gain 14 on the play. And they're going to have a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
To throw it on first down. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
They motion the tight end over. 2nd and 6 now. Looking slant route, complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. Getting out to his left. He tucks it and takes off. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. An entire season comes down to the next quarter. We're through 3 in the Super Bowl. We're tied at 7 apiece as we get ready for the 4th. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Got all of it, and this is good. And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now this offense ready to head back out. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. They'll try and take an option left side. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Option give here. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down. This time it's a passing play. Setting up the screen. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And they'll have 1st down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. 1st and 10, looking to throw. He completes it in traffic. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Simple dive up the middle. And he's able to push forward to the 25. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3. Looking to the air here. Flushed out of the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And they'll try to build on that big stop.
More and more, we're seeing the data and the numbers tell us, cross midfield and be aggressive. Go for it. Go for it in these 4th down situations. But I promise you, Kate, that sack right there puts a seed of doubt in the head coach's decision-making process. After I'd imagine dozens and dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance to knock a field goal through the uprights. And, of course, he wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Here comes their offense out again. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Throwing now on 1st down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be blocked down at the 42. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Oh, what a stiff arm. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Looking for a throw here. Looking right, and he finds him. Now he's past the 25. He makes it in for the touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Looking to tack on the point after. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And these guys break that tie and now lead by 7. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. Their offense ready to take the field now. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. Dropping back to throw. He's on the move. He's on the move. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Complete out to the right side. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now. Looking to throw. Pressure's on him, and it gets home. He's dropped. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs. But not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
Punting unit out now. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. It's fielded at the 14. And he's brought down before the return gets far. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it's going to be their football coming up. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. They get 6, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. These guys feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. Another carry for him. They cross the 40. Nice run there. And all the way up to the 42-yard line before he stopped. They'll come up 1st and 10. Back to the well again. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Back-to-back carries here. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
4th and 3, drive on the line. They'll run for this, and that hit stops him in his tracks. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
These 4th down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
Back out runs their offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vamp.
Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. Their whole season has led to this moment. He takes a knee, let the celebration begin. A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. And we've got ourselves a champion. That does it. They've just won the Super Bowl. Well, Brock, you and I talk about this often, multiple times throughout the regular season. List of greats who've never made it to this moment. It's enormous. Some of the best to ever do it across 100+ years of football. And those greats could not do what these players have just done.
No, because it was a group, and such a special group, brought together from so many different paths, but have bonded and formed one of these teams so strong together that Super Bowl became a legitimate possibility for them. This moment never gets old. Fate and circumstance linked together when this season began. And now, with this win, it will link all these guys together forever as champions.